Hello everyone, I'm Jerry Mitchellak and I have an M1 Garande or Garand in front of me, and I think this was the very first video I ever did for YouTube was with an M1, this one right here. This one came from the CMP, I ordered it, came in the mail, cleaned it up, and I've been shooting it a little bit. But what I want to do today is try to take it out and see if I can pull the trigger before the bolt fully closes, see if I can beat the gun. Give you an idea how that might be possible. I've got a chamber flag in, guys. You gotta have chamber flags. If you got a long gun, you gotta have a flag. So I've got ammunition there separate from the gun, totally empty. Checked it. So one thing about a platform like this, I'm gonna release the bolt, and if you see, there goes around. You pull the bolt back a little bit, the hammer still falls. And what makes it really safe is that the hammer cannot contact the firing pin. So should you have a malfunction on the feed cycle, and it's ready to fire again, what prevents it from firing is that the hammer cannot engage the firing pin. So what I'm going to do to simulate me beating the bolt and doing it safely is I've got, of course, live ammunition here, and I loaded some dummy rounds, no powder, just a bullet and a primer. So what I'm going to do, they're designated here with this black ring on it. I'm going to put one live round and 7 dummies underneath it, and I'm going to shoot around and see if I can pull the trigger before the bolt fully closes. I'm not really sure how fast this gun cycles. I would probably say 12 hundredths of a second, 14 hundredths of a second. So I got to try to release the trigger somewhere in that interim and make it follow the bolt and see if we can outrun the gun. Let's go do it. Hey guys, we're back with the Garand here. I've got some Greek ammunition here. 1970 manufactured, Goodyear apparently. It's good ammo. But the big thing for me, it has a military spec primer. So when you shoot a platform like this, you want to try to stick with that primer. I think CCI still makes one. It's a number 34, but don't hold me to that. But it's a mil spec primer, and it's hard. It's a hard primer that's made for semi-automatic rifles like this. So let's go ahead and load it up and see if we can beat the bolt. All right, got my trusty timer here. Let's do it. That was 1600. That wasn't too good. Let's do it again. 1500. No. 15. Let's try another one. That was 1300 splits, and it's still running. Let's take a look at the target. All right, chamber clear. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all on paper. I had to loosen up my grip on it a little bit to see if I could get it to cook off. I'm down to 1300s, trying to get the feel of the trigger. We're going to try one more 8-round clip there, see what happens. Okay guys, we got down to 1300s, and I think that's pretty quick for an old battle rifle. Let's see if we can beat a 1300 split here. All right, here we go. Ooh, you didn't see that, did you? Here we go. $15. Ah, another 15. What's wrong? What's wrong? Too much control. Too much control. Aiming too much. Don't aim. Here we go. That's a little quicker. The 14. And one more. Last one. Oh, whoop. Got a little jumpy. One thing I find about that rifle is the trigger weight is so hard that it really hampers how fast I can release the trigger. And that might be about, I'm getting a lot of 15s, but it's totally in control. I mean, the gun's right back down waiting on me. So it's just my trigger finger holding everything up. So I'm gonna try it one more time. Hey guys, come here and take a look. You see the primer? You see the indent on the end of the primer? we talk about mil-spec primers, that firing pin is not restrained until it's almost in the closed position. So it has a little bit of a float to it, and you can see it actually touch the primer. That's why it's important to use a mil-spec primer when you reload for rifles like this, or use military grade ammunition in them especially. All right, we're going to do one more. All right, get our chamber flag here, safety on. Ooh, let's see what we can do here. Got to think about turning her loose. Here we go. Ooh, a 14. Come take a look. Come take a look. Check that out, guys. 14 splits, way in control. Way in control. What a rifle. Woo. Let's do another one. All right. Safety off. Even at 1400s, it's right on target. So it's just waiting on me. Here we go. Ah, I can tell that was a slow one. Thinking too much. All right, one more. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that was all on me. Here we go. Nope. Got one left. Yeah. That was a pretty good split. What do you think it was? Let's take a look. Up, 13. Ah! All right. So, the Garand has proved itself. It's better than I am, and I figured it would be. Still proud to own it. See, guys, even with that rate of speed, it's right there waiting to play again. I would think, from the way it feels on the shoulder, it's probably cycling probably down in the 10s. And with that trigger weight, I don't have the release speed. And one thing about a heavy trigger, what you want to realize, if say you have, I don't know what, I haven't weighed it, but it feels like about a 6-pound trigger or more, is when you break a 6-pound trigger, your finger is pulling so hard that it's hard for it to get going forward again and overcome 6 pounds. That's why when you have a light trigger like some of the PCC guns, 9mm guns with the target grade triggers, you can do 11 splits out of them, and maybe even 9s if your finger is fast enough. So what a heavy trigger does, it keeps your finger on the trigger a little bit too long, and it makes it hard to reset. But the gun functions perfect, and what can I say? A lot of fun.